Well, guys, I'm an idiot. That's one way to start off the video. Welcome back, everybody, to the Cajun 6 Dynasty. Week number 11. I don't even have the box scores for you guys because I accidentally deleted the video that showed this. And if you're thinking, Goldie, just go back, just left trigger and go back. Well, I can't, guys, because this is a screenshot and I don't have the video. Plus, I can't even get into the Dynasty file to do that because I'm in the off season at this point. So the Season 2 of the Cajun 6 with ULM is done. And, I mean, we're already doing off-season recruiting. That's all being recorded right now, so I don't even have it to show you guys. But we did beat up on UAB, and now we're here in week number 12 to take on the Ragin' Cajuns. It's a must-win game for us, and that's a good way to start off the game right there. Billy Tomlinson, first touchdown, first play of the battle on the Bayou. Gonna get a kickoff return for a touchdown. Awesome job. As the thumbnail would suggest, I think he's going to have a big day, don't you think? Run, Billy, run. And run he did to the end zone. So D. Monet on the other side might be a running back game. Missed tackles all the way around, guys. Our defense still can't make tackles. So I don't know what to do. We can't get off our blocks. It's very similar to Southern Michigan in our MAC Dynasty. If you guys haven't been watching that, make sure that you are. He's got a 7-7 game. Nice option pitch there by Ferdinand Giroux to Dylan Huff, the upperclassman running back. And then we got Billy Tomlinson taking this toss, this little sweep into the end zone for a 6-yard rush. It's now 13-7 because we missed the extra point. Actually, I think we went there for 2, I believe. I think we went for 2 there. Either way, they're just trying to be aggressive yet again. It's just, I wouldn't normally do that. Pretty traditional play caller there, but I just like the persona of Melvin Breaux, the head coach, being very, very aggressive. Just deciding whenever and however the wind's blowing that he's going to go for it. Sometimes he doesn't. You get the idea. But it's 21-16 as the Ragin' Cajuns get another touchdown here. Houston Harris, back-to-back big first downs. So some big catches there by our tight end. And then wide open in the end zone, just some blown coverage there. Missed assignments in the defensive backfield. John Felix for the 11-yard touchdown. Giroux, 7 of 11 for 78 yards. And here we are again going for 2, and I think it just kind of makes sense here to do it because then you're going up by a field goal. Yes, it's early, but it's Melvin Breaux. It's Melvin Breaux's style of football, guys. But we don't convert, so that's two-point conversions that we don't get. It's 22-24 now as the Ragin' Cajuns will get a field goal here by Oliver Cloutier, the kicker. Now we got 41 seconds left here as Tomlinson's going to catch this thing and run out of bounds. Now Giroux going to fire to the end zone. That is Houston Harris for the touchdown. He and Harris have been a dynamic duo here in this game. Harris already 61 yards in the first half of the football game. Now Clint Brown is the starting quarterback now here for the Ragin' Cajuns. He's a freshman. He is not a renamed player, so he is not a custom guy. He's a CPU dude. Elliott Sandage kind of lost the job at this point, so we'll see how it all pans out for him in season number 3 if he kind of comes back and maybe his owner, his viewer, right, the guy that made this player, maybe he gets some channel points and maybe he can upgrade his guy to be just a little bit better. We got a 37-24 football game until Clint Brown is going to rush this thing all the way into the end zone, just missed tackles all over the place, and is now 37-31. Brown here in the fourth quarter, dropping back, no pressure really, and Trace Caballero, the Patron prospect, going to get in for the touchdown here. 38-37, 6-minute mark. Ferdinand Giroux in this offense, we got to get going after being stalled out on the last couple drives here. Fumble, turnover, not good. 38-37 football game, and here goes Clint Brown, going to fire deep, but just overshot his receiver down the sideline. Tim Knoll in the coverage, and we got 3rd and 10 here, and Brown got a wide open receiver. Now he's wide open. He was in double coverage right there. Where were my cornerbacks? The one guy that I took over, I'm like, dude, why are you going that way? Go back. But we got a fumble here. Brown will fumble, and D. Monet actually advanced the fumble. So 3rd and goal situation, we got a big hit, so Brown's going to go down for a 4-yard rush, 4-yard loss, and they'll have to kick field goals. It's 41-37, we got a 4-point deficit, and Tomlinson, we got good blocking pancakes all around, and Tomlinson's only got one man to beat. Don't get a block in the back. Thank you very much. Good blocking on special teams is going to spring Billy Tomlinson loose for 96 yards on the return. A big-time touchdown. He's got 2 of them already in the football game, and that one was absolutely needed. If our offense is going to stall, well, special teams will take care of it. But we got Christian Klump here with big-time pressure on Brown, but he does kick it out there to Caballero, picking up 2. Now it's 4th down and 3, and we got a blown coverage here. McCall is going to get burned on the man-to-man, and Joey Strong, 48-yard touchdown reception, and 2:41 left to go. It's crunch time here for the UL Monroe offense. And guys, this is huge for us because we have to keep continuing to win. After starting 0-6 in Season 2, we're now 4-6, guys. So this is absolutely huge. We're 3-0 in conference play. If we can win this and go to 4-0, that will be huge for our Cajun 6 championship hopes and dreams. And that, my friends, is another touchdown to Houston Harris for 14 yards. And with that catch, he now has 150 on the game, which is going to be absolutely crucial for us when trying to recruit, because we got some visits here today, but oh my God. I hope that we don't have any defensive players in this visitation here. My goodness, our cornerbacks have been absolutely schooled by Brown and this offense for the Raging Cajuns. So 51-48, 1 timeout left here, and 25 seconds here in the 4th. Brown going to fire out to the right, almost intercepted by Madison. You've got to come down with that. But we do have a holding call in the backfield. I believe that's going to be on Monet, and it is. So I will accept this because we're going to push him back to the 21. So 2nd down and goal, Monet, and a little check down. That's going to keep the clock moving here. So at about 9 seconds, they're not going to use this timeout. They're going to hurry up to the line. Brown probably looking to the end zone and doesn't see anything there. And don't force it. You've got the tie in the bag. It's pretty much a chip shot. Out of bounds, the receiver goes. And with 4 seconds left, Cloutier able to knock it through, and we are going to overtime. 51-51. Man, Cajun 6 has got offense galore, everybody. So great job by the Raging Cajuns to continue just to push that ball down our throats, dude. I mean, they have just killed us through the air in this game, but good job defensively by doing a little bend but don't break there in the end zone, leading to a no gain. Brown 40 of 50 in this football game. Field goal going to be knocked through by Cloutier. It's 54-51, and we are going here with Tomlinson. He's had a huge game on the ground, and he's going to pick up 5. 2nd and 5 here, looking for that 1st down. We're going to get to 3rd and 1, and he is just absolutely gashed, and why wouldn't he be? He's had such an incredible game, and just to put a little extra cherry on top, the spin move, and Billy Tomlinson getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks. This game is over. 521 all-purpose yards, 5 total touchdowns here for Tomlinson, 3 rushing, and 2 through special teams. Great win, guys. Great win. We held strong. We held in there. We know that our defense is bad. We know this. So it is absolutely incredible that our offense is able to hang the way that it does. So 57-54 is your final score. Defensively, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tackles to go around. Just a lot of offense on the other side. So a couple TFLs, couple sacks, no turnovers for the Raging Cajuns. Unfortunately, our defense from Season 1 to Season 2, we just don't force a lot of turnovers, kind of following with that same path as the New Orleans Saints. Last season, it looked like I think we had more turnovers than we did this season, but it's been bend, but don't break. I mean, it's been bad, let's just say that, but we're on a nice winning streak right now. So we saw that Clint Brown, the freshman, having over 520 yards of offense through the air, had some couple touchdowns and just no turnovers. So a very good game by Brown. I think he's pretty much won the job. So it's really going to be up to Sandage and his owner, the viewer, who got this player in to kind of use some channel points there to upgrade him. Unless the game upgrades him for him. We'll have to see how that all plays out. But Tulane gets a nice win here against the Southern Jaguars. And Jake Matt, again, another solid performance. 29 of 39, 434 yards. Just continuing to stake his claim that he should be a top 10 quarterback taken in the Saints franchise. I don't know if we're going to get him. I'm pretty happy with Jameis Winston right now for the first 2 seasons. Now, in year 1, I wasn't. But year 2 kind of solidified that now he's made 2 postseason appearances, I think we're set there. He's still got a couple more seasons left of some pretty solid quarterbacking, so it's going to be interesting to see where Jake Matt goes and where he finds himself. But we've got Southern, who is 0-3 against UL Monroe. This will be a sim week, so we might as well go ahead and sim and see what happens. And Louisiana gave it everything they had. So Clint Brown, I think he just might be pretty good. I don't think it's a defensive issue because they scored 35 on Tulane, and that's a pretty good output right there. 49-35. Unfortunately for Louisiana, they just can't get another conference win. They've got one right now, but they did force 3 turnovers on Tulane, 3 fumbles to be exact. Jake Matt, 4 touchdowns, 441 yards. He continues, guys, to just be a dominant quarterback in the NCAA. Jordan Baribalt had 2 touchdowns, over 200 yards receiving, so he had a great game. And D. Monet, 87 yards and a touchdown rushing. 3 touchdowns here for Clint Brown, but not a lot of yards, about 180. Shelton Stanley, 6 catches for 65. That was the most notable receiver there by the looks of it. Couple sacks across the board for Louisiana. And we're going to jump over here to Southern against ULM. We are currently 3-0 in conference play. If we can get a win here, we're on a 4-game winning streak. If we can get a win, it might be tough because of our defense, but we just narrowly squeaked it out. And I think, I said just earlier, maybe it's Clint Brown. Maybe it's not our defense. No, it's our defense. When Southern's scoring 0 points against Texas and we give up 49, those are like opposite ends of the extreme right there. So especially when you consider how many games that we've done in simulations, Southern and Zeke Wallace, they just can't move the football. Well, they got 49 points on us here today. Just absolutely brutal. But 76% for Giroux. He had himself a nice game. He had 3 touchdowns, guys, on the ground, plus as many as he threw in the air. He had himself an incredible game. 4 touchdowns for Trevon Vaden through the air. So that just goes to show you that, Giroux and Vaden and Hayden White and all these guys that continue to have a chemistry happening for this offense. But ULM now moves to 5-6 for the season, 4-0 in conference play. That puts us at the very tippity top of the Cajun 6 conference. So we are in the driver's seat to being Cajun 6 champs, guys. And all we need to do going into week 15 is get another win to be bowl eligible. If we don't, all of this winning streak could be for naught, which would suck. But number 2, Georgia Southern. Isn't this hilarious? I simulated 6 seasons to get into season 1 of this Cajun 6 series. So again, there's the 6 numbers for you guys. Cajun 6, we got 6 teams simulated 6 years into the future. Yeah, so Georgia Southern just continues to recruit well and play well, and they've got just a running heavy style of offense, just kind of like what we see with Army. Of course, they're number 1 in the nation right now, and Grambling actually took it to them. So they're 4-6 right now too, 1-3 in Cajun 6 play, and they played pretty well. They hung in there against the number 2 team in the country. So good effort there by Grambling State, but we'll keep tabs on Georgia Southern and see how they do. Army is still number 1, guys, and I think I'm gonna remove that. I don't want Army in the playoff. All the respect in the world here to the veterans, of course, but man, Army's number 1 all the time in these sims, and I can't handle that anymore. We saw it last year in the playoff, but kind of want something a little different now. All right, guys, so your conference standings are as follows: 4-0 ULM sitting atop the Cajun 6, 3-1 La Tech, 3-1 Tulane. Everybody else is out of it. So what this comes down to is UL Monroe has gone on a crazy winning streak here to get to 5-6 and 4-0 in conference. If we beat Tulane in week 15, we'll move to 5-0, and there's nothing that Louisiana Tech can do to catch us. Even if they win, they go to 4-1. We are Cajun 6 champs. If we lose to Tulane and ULM are now 4-1 each, which puts the pressure on Louisiana Tech. They have to win in order to force a 3-way tie, which then it goes down into some tiebreakers, and I think it goes down to overall record, overall season, regular season record, which I believe Louisiana Tech would be the champs because they'd be 8-3, or 9-3, I should say, 9-3, and Tulane would be 9-3, except La Tech beat Tulane last week in the last video, which there's your tiebreaker, so common opponent right there, so head-to-head matchup. So the situation is now Louisiana Tech has beaten Grambling State, so they moved to 4-1 in conference and 9-3 overall. So the situation is, if UL Monroe loses, Louisiana Tech is the champs. So there's really nothing that Tulane can do now. They can't win the Cajun 6 championship. No matter what they do. Win, loss, no, nothing. They can't do it. The only thing they can do is spoil our season by losing. So we got to hope that we really come to play and we get a W here, because at that point, then there's nothing La Tech can do. We're Cajun 6 champs for a second straight year. But all around, good production there for Louisiana Tech. Great season. I think I kind of picked them at the beginning of the year. I think I picked 3 teams I liked. I thought I said I liked Louisiana. I don't even remember, guys. But I think I liked Tulane for sure. Louisiana Tech I felt like might have been like a sleeper team. And I think they kind of did come out of nowhere. We were, at least me, I was looking at William Hayes, their quarterback. I think that we were saying that he needed to like have his coming out party. Last season was good, but this season I think he really took the next step and pushed Louisiana Tech to being a formidable opponent inside this Cajun 6. And they might be a pest to deal with for the next couple of seasons. So again, we'll just keep watch out for those guys and see how they do. But yeah, they're a very, very tough team. And luckily we were able to beat them in gameplay here just a few short episodes ago. So guys, that's it for the episode. I know I wanted to get through the regular season here this episode, but it's kind of a long video as it is right now, 17 minutes. And I'm actually going to post this next video here on Sunday, so tomorrow. So keep an eye out in your notifications for this video here. ULM against Tulane. We know what we have to do. Get to 5-0 in conference. You're Cajun 6 champs. You lose, La Tech wins the tiebreaker, and the rest is history. So, guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you back here on Sunday morning for the next episode of Cajun 6. And I think from there we can get into some playoff matchups. We can get into some award winners and some stats updates as well to really finalize that Saints draft class and get kind of ready for the draft for the Saints. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.